everyone. I am literally bouncing with joy and excitement. First of all, happy Valentine's Day. I am here celebrating all the love. What a fabulous week we've had here celebrating Self-Love Week. So let's do a quick recap then. I've got a couple of extra tips for you to really turbocharge it today on Valentine's Day. Those of you watching in the US, we're a little bit ahead of you over here in Australia, so you can just spread out your Valentine's Day love and get it a bit early this year. So first of all, quick summary. Day one, if you haven't caught up on all of these, go back and watch the lives that you think sound most interesting and relevant for you. But day one, we talked about the power of play and fun and revisiting some things that you've done in childhood and maybe challenging yourself to do something new. And stay tuned for my journey that I'm embarking on, trying something completely new for the first time as an adult. Diving, which does slightly terrify me because I am also afraid of heights. So I am really pushing myself out of my comfort zone in the name of fun and courage and all things joy. Day number two, we spoke about movement for joy and shifting your mindset around exercise and how it is an act of self-care, not a form of punishment like so many of us have been raised viewing exercise with a slightly skewed lens. Day three, we talked about raising your personal vibration and using frequencies to do that. And I know that there are a lot of concepts shared on day three that were quite new to many of you. So I know that a lot of you found it really fascinating. So if you haven't had a chance to watch day three, go back and watch that one, my personal favorite. And day four, the magic of micro wins and how you can actually train your brain to help you with self-love, to help you with momentum, to teach it how to have a positivity bias instead of the natural inbuilt negativity bias that we're born with. So there you go. That's a bit of a summary from the amazing week we've had. But there's a couple of activities I'd like to suggest for you today. And Valentine's Day would be a really wonderful day to spend that little bit of extra time on yourself. So here are some suggestions that have proven to be powerful tools to help turbocharge your self-love. One is a suggested activity to write a love list about yourself. Many of us are familiar with the to-do list or perhaps even the done list that I suggested, but this is a love list. I want you to write down at least 10 things that you love about yourself. Now, they can be physical, they can be about your personality, anything that is you. So I really encourage you to sit down and do that. And I know the very first time I did this was quite some time ago now, but the first time I did it, it was a little confronting. And, you know, we're very much raised in Western culture that, you know, we don't big note ourselves. You know, you don't want to have a big ego. And I don't know if it's the same in America or the UK, but there's definitely what we call in Australia a tall poppy syndrome. People like to cut down people who are rising above. So we tend to keep ourselves down and keep ourselves little. And I'm encouraging you to just let go, just let your light shine. And it's okay to be wonderful. It's okay to love yourself. And today's about celebrating that. So sit down and write at least 10 things you love about yourself. Bonus challenge, write 10 things you love about your physicality and 10 things you love about your personality. So have some fun with that. It's a very, very powerful exercise. Another suggestion you might prefer to try is to write a love letter to your future self. And I suggest that you write it for yourself in a year's time to be opened on Valentine's Day next year. It's a very memorable day, so you're not going to forget about it. And in the letter, what I'd love you to do is to write down celebrations and encouragement and all of the things that you've achieved over the year and the person that you've become, and just make it such a celebration and joy about who you are and what you've achieved. And it's a very, very powerful exercise of setting intentions that way. So there's a couple of options for you. And today I'd also love to encourage you to do something just to pamper yourself. Now, too often self-care is limited to physical pampering. So I deliberately haven't really focused on that during Self-Love Week, because it's usually the top dressing is the only thing that people focus on for self-love. And really it is just a tiny piece of the puzzle, but it is an important piece. So I encourage you today to do something to indulge yourself. And indulge, when I say indulge, I want you to really think about one of your senses that you're going to really focus on. So it could be that you're going to light your favorite candle and fill your house with an aroma that you really love. It could be that you are going to treat yourself to your favorite food and allow yourself, as part of this self-care nurturing journey, to enjoy it. Every morsel, every mouthful of it that is just to be enjoyed, a flavor sensation, and you're not allowed to have any guilt. Or you might like to indulge in a bubble bath. I know that can be a really relaxing sensation, and if you do choose that, I'd really encourage you to put on one of the frequencies on your device and listen to one of the frequencies, the self-love, the love frequency, or perhaps the abundance frequency. I've shared them both in the group, but having that on in the background is going to be a fantastic way to give your whole body a treat. So there's some ideas for you. Today, unfortunately, I can't see Facebook comments again. My computer doesn't like sharing them with me, but I will go back and check any comments. Now, the thing that I have been waiting for, and I am so proud and excited to share with you today, my new book, The Glitter Philosophy. Now, this is a book that's been on my heart to write for a very long time. I first started wanting to write this book about 8 years ago, and over the course of that time, I've jotted down notes or inspiration, and it's something that I was sort of working on in the background, and it was over the course of 2024 that I really focused on finishing it, that it felt like the right time to get my messages out into the world. So it is called The Glitter Philosophy: How to Rediscover Your Joy, Embrace Positivity, and Get Your Sparkle Back. And it's not just for people who've lost their shine, it's for people who want to brighten their shine as well. In this book, I share things that I've learned along my journey. I talk about the journey that I have had through my life and what it's taught me as we've gone through my daughter's battle with leukemia, as my near-death experience, having multiple strokes and aneurysms. It's even when I had to face, when I was just in my teens, the murder of a friend, and how I've dealt with everything that's come along, and how I have chosen to use those occasions, those big events in my life, to really leap forward, to choose different paths, and how I've done that. So much of me and my heart is in this book. It's also got lots of colour images in there. I was going to print it in black and white, and actually a friend of mine said, "Why on earth would you do that? It's a book about adding sparkle to people's lives. You can't print it in black and white." So I thought about it and I realised she's completely right. So there's color images spread throughout. I also in here have the great privilege and joy of sharing messages from people who have touched my life along the way and I've learned a lot from. So the beautiful Carrie Brownell features in here, and some of the amazing lessons that I've learned from her when it comes to personal styling, because confidence is so important, and how we look on the outside can impact how we feel on the inside. So there's insights from her in here. There's insights from an amazing man who has revolutionized how I view my physical capabilities, and he's really made quite an impact on my life, and I believe that a lot of the journey I've been on with John is going to really help some of you as well. I've even got in here, some of you may recall nutritionist Leanne Ward. She's a famous Australian nutritionist, and the impact she's had on my health journey and some of the amazing things that she shares in here going to revolutionize the way you view your health and what you eat as well. And even down to finances. There's just something in here for everyone. But also, how to focus on gratitude is a very, very big part of it. The glitter philosophy itself is about teaching you how to find the sparkles in your day, how to shine up your life, and how to really glow through your existence and learn to really love your life and boost your happiness. Because isn't that really the purpose of life, is to enjoy it? So I am so ridiculously excited to be sharing this piece of my heart with you all on Valentine's Day today. And I am also going to do a little special prize draw. I am so grateful to each and every one of you who have shown up for this self-love challenge and who choose to purchase one of my books. So if you do, I'll be putting up a post in the group. If you do choose to purchase one in the next 48 hours, I am going to be drawing out a self-care pamper pack so that you can really enjoy looking after yourself whilst indulging in reading the book. So I hope we have lots of entrants in that. Now, I will be posting the links under the live, and I'll go back and edit the post above after this live. But if you are outside of Australia, go to Amazon to purchase it. I will put the link to amazon.com straight to the book. Because it's so new, you can't really search for it in Amazon very easily yet, but I will put it in there. And those of you who do purchase, if you love it, then it would be really helpful for any of you if you're willing to do a review, because that will help others be able to find it in Amazon. If you are in Australia, you have two choices. You can go to Amazon and get it, and in Australia for some reason you can search for it in Amazon, probably because I'm better known here and my books sell better in Australia. Or you can go directly to my website. The book is a little cheaper on my website, but if you have Amazon Prime, then you don't have to pay shipping on Amazon, so it would then work out cheaper to get it on Amazon. So in Australia, you've got those two choices as to where to purchase it. So because when you click on the link on my website to purchase the book, it includes shipping. So that's why if you have an Amazon Prime membership, it would be cheaper because you don't pay shipping on it. So there's your choices. I just want to give you some options there. So enough rambling from me. I'm so excited. I've literally been shaking, so it's probably not my most coherent live, but thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. And again, Much love from me to you. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Have a wonderful day.